And when they visited Lot, there were 2 or 3 men. Lot asked them, please come to my home so that I will host you. And when they got into the house of Lot, the men of Sodom and Gomorrah, they came and stood in the front of the house of Lot. They said, bring those men who are in your house so that we'll have intercourse with them. Lot said, how can you do this now? These are visitors. Let us receive them well. I can even give you my 2 children. The people said, no, it is the men that are inside there. When Lot said, I cannot give you the men, they dragged Lot out. I wanted to lynch Lot. Lot struggled, and the people were inside, dragged Lot inside and shut the door. They protected Lot, and then they came out. And immediately they came out, the whole men who were surrounding them, they were blinded. They didn't know that those people that visited Lot, they were the angels for the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And immediately they went back to Lot and said, leave now, because we have been sent to destroy these people. And that tells me our situation in Nigeria. So many churches, so many people praying, yet the will of Nigerians has not aligned with the will of God. So there is so much prayer, yet there is evil in the land and there is destruction in the land, because in spite of how much we are praying, there is no righteousness to be found. So our bargaining chip before heaven is so small, is so minimal. Look at our land where sins that are abnormal have become normal. They kill priests, righteous men of God, and it just goes like that. Nothing happens. They kidnap us because we are not rich, because we are not politicians, because we don't have access to the public wealth of the country. It goes like that, and you think that God is happy. So many churches in the hinterlands have closed down. Look at airlines closing down, and yet we are praying for safety. The time have come and gone when people were the abomination in the land provokes anger. Now abomination provokes comedy. When people make a caricature of the Christian faith, you and me, we are joking about them. When a party chooses to anoint and ordain bishops, wear people bishop clothes and carry them to political rallies, instead of you and me to be angry, we are joking on internet. And I see people crack joke about this. And I say, do you know that this is blasphemy? Do you know that this is a caricature being made of Christians? Whether you accept it or you don't want to accept it, we have caused it. How have we caused it? We are living in a world where everybody wants to be a pastor. Everybody can say, I get up from my house, the Lord has spoken to me, I'm a bishop. You go to a tailor, he gives you something, you wear a cloth and you stand under any tree or under any place and you preach and you say that you are the custodian of the true teaching of Christ. They have taken advantage of that. And Christians, instead of being provoked, abomination, instead of provoking holy anger, is provoking comedy. People are joking about things on the land that are abominable. Yet there are prayer houses. Yet there are churches. Prayer houses, but we are under siege of unemployment, siege of unbelievers, siege of poverty, siege of untimely death. I gave us the story of a priest who came. His work is to pray and attend to sick people. And he said, for 2 years that I've been in Ireland, no young person has died. No young person. Because the healthcare is top-notch. You pray for safety in your journey, but you get to the roads, there are bad roads from here to there. For 3 days, I've not had light in my own house. No lights. And so we must begin to ask ourselves, is it that there is no prayer in the land, or we have the wrong attitude toward prayer. Our land is a land under siege, yet there is abundance of prayer houses. A great abundance of prayer houses. We have not translated our prayer into the rightful disposition for productivity and effectiveness. That is why we have knocked, doors have not opened, we have asked, we have not received, we have sought, but we have not yet found. We must now begin to have a spiritual revolution to begin to approach prayer the way the Bible has taught us this morning to approach it. I believe in one God.